Jump in.
There's a sound associated with a lot of the things we do. There's the telephone. Someone at the door. Let's call that a thoroughly enjoyed meal. Now, when you want to advertise your business, product, service, here's a sound to associate with that. FishbowlRadio.com. Broadcasting 24/7 with over 100 diverse radio shows. Now is the time to take advantage of the growth potential of internet radio advertising with FishbowlRadio.com. Call 817-633-8440 and jump in.
This is Mr. Ray.
And this is D-Boss Lady, giving you the news you can use on Life Choice Radio. One choice can lead you to the right place.
You can tune in every Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Life Choice Radio.
FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
The SmackTalk Show. You think it, we say it.
Look at this. All right, and we are back. Again, we have in studio with us Lee Kinsley, a licensed sex and relationships therapist. Website is www.leekinsley.com. Yeah. That's Leekinsley.
S-E-Y.
Woo!
Yeah.
Spell it again.
Leekinsley.com.
Gotcha. I hope I didn't mess it up online. So go check him out. How do people get in touch with you?
Well, I have an assistant, so they can call me, they can email me. Mm-hmm. The number is 850-261-8647. My email address is leebkinsey@gmail.com.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the website has contact forms and all that good stuff.
Okay. So, having issues at home, I think that I need a therapist. What would I do? What would be the next step?
Call me, and we'll talk about it. Because I always encourage people to talk to me on the phone a little bit, give everybody about 15, 20 minutes. And I encourage every therapist to do that, actually, because it's a really good system. Helps the person who's calling feel comfortable about what it is that we're going to talk about. Helps them figure out that I'm a good fit, because, if you're not, don't feel comfortable with your therapist, especially when talking about sex, then it's not going to be a good thing for you. So it's important that you know who I am, what it is that we're going to talk about. And that little 15-minute phone call can help.
Okay. So then we set up an appointment.
Yeah.
Come to you, sit or lay on a couch.
No laying on the couch. I do have a couch, though, so if you want to lay down, that's fine. But, yeah, it's just talk. We talk about it. So
couples together or separately?
I always encourage couples to come together, and we might decide that we'll split up at some point.
Okay.
But I think it's best that we meet each other all together, and then we can make a plan together about how to proceed.
Gotcha. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. It's fun stuff.
Sound like you need a therapist?
No, I don't.
You're having healthy sex.
I would have needed one in the past.
Oh, really?
But no.
Scott?
In the past, I probably would have needed it. There was one girl I was with. I used to have to fake it.
Really?
A couple times I did. They didn't last long.
Guys fake it?
I've done it. I've faked a few times in my life.
How do guys fake it?
I have a condom on. You can't tell. Just
okay.
You're like, oh, I gotta go get rid of this.
Okay.
She can't tell if it's full. It's not like she's gonna rip it off. Like, all right, there's semen. You're good.
How do you fake it?
It is.
Guys are so dramatic.
He makes that.
I'm not that dramatic.
Guys really are. Y'all act like y'all got shot with a bullet in the bag.
I mean, we pretty much did. We shot a bullet out of our cock. That's pretty much what happened. It's a roper. Yeah.
I can't fake it. Nobody wants to look that stupid.
I faked it. It's not that difficult. It probably. Granted, at the time, the woman I did it with was someone I didn't have sex with a lot, so she probably would never notice tell differences. Now, if I did it with my current girlfriend, who knows,
she knows the face.
Yeah, right. She knows everything, and she knows what's going on. If I tried to fake on her, just to see if she'd find out, she'd probably been like, "Think you're gonna slip that by me, mother?" Huh?
Hey, try it. Let's try it.
No, I don't want to try it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an experiment. We'll see what happens.
Oh, that's a...
Try it and come back and tell us.
I'll... Give me a week. If she's listening, we're already screwed.
Right.
I don't think she's listening right now, though. I think we're good. Gotcha. So here's a good topic that I'm sure everyone... So it's sex culture has changed, obviously, dramatically.
Yeah.
And how people see dating and all that jazz. one of the topics is there is no longer an accepted standard for how long you're supposed, in quotation marks, to wait before having sex is acceptable. Like, when is a good time, like, in a relationship in regards to how many dates? Like, oh, third date, you got to put out. You know, there's that crap. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, I know girls I was on dates, it was like second date. Hey, you want to come up? Okay. And then there was girls I went on multiple dates with until it actually finally happened, you know, and some none.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know, it goes back to that expectations thing, is what is it you expect out of this relationship? And I think, you know, it always aggravates me, I think, when people talk about I just rush to sex. It's like, what's the rush? Slow down. Enjoy your time together. Like, if what you're trying to do is build a relationship, then sex is an important piece of that, don't get me wrong. But it's not probably the most important piece, or at least at first. It might be the most important piece, but it won't last as the most important piece. And so if you're really trying to build something, then what's the rush? Savor the mystery, you know? Like let it be really erotic. Let it be something that's really not special as the taboo word. It's not special. It's fun. It's more fun, I think. Yeah. More erotic, maybe. More exciting to extend it and see how that works.
No.
Right.
And especially if you have a history of, you know, having sex and then not talking to the person again, or having had that done to you, then insist and try something different.
Yeah, that makes sense. Golly, you ever had that done to you? Just
What?
girl have sex and not talk to you again? Wouldn't that mean something? It would to me.
I can't recall that ever happening, and I never did that.
I have
Ooh.
done that.
I almost fell over.
Was it because it was bad, or you just like, I don't want that
It was
again?
terrible.
It was
And
terrible.
that's why you just don't call them back. Wow.
And I really, you know, it was just terrible. I was young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have sex with them anyways. Like, if you count in a sexual partner, can you just eliminate some? Like, no, seriously.
Like it never happened?
Yeah,
kind of
like,
thing? Yeah.
if you didn't
Like every year on the
come,
date, you can
like
eliminate
them.
that
That
wasn't count. Like, if it lasted less than 5 minutes, does that count?
And there are some girls that can take a couple notches off their belt then. And they just, I remember there was one girl one time that happened where it was like a 2-pump chomp. And she was like, I'm not going to wait around for the second going. I don't believe you. And she never got to find out.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
I think you should always give people 2 times.
That one bruised my ego a little bit.
I just think
that's not a bad rule. But, it's one of the things. It's like I think you're setting yourself up for problems if you rush to sex.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just one of those things that we have to be able to talk about if things go wrong, and maybe you're not at that place yet.
Gotcha. We have a caller on the phone. Hey, you can click the button. Caller, you're on the air with SmackTalk.
Y'all are talking about when to have sex on a date?
How long? How long do you wait before you have sex?
The first night.
Whoa. What are you rushing for?
Because I need to see what's going on.
Okay. Is that a good reason,
I don't
Doctor?
Like y'all were talking about the pinky situation.
Uh-huh.
Like, what's going on down there.
Okay.
Oh, right.
I need to know what's going on, because if it isn't working, or if I find out something weird, then it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, is that weird?
No, it's not weird. I think it's one way of getting to know someone, right? And especially in sex, literally you're taking all your clothes off, so you get to see everything, and so, but one of the things that I think people miss is that this is an emotional process as well. When somebody's taking all their clothes off for you and revealing themselves to you in actually a very special kind of way, hurt feelings are going to be hurt if people are rejected on some level. But I certainly think that it's one powerful way of getting to know somebody.
Right. Hey, caller.
Yes.
Let's say you're with somebody or whatever, and they take the clothes off, you're about to start, and you notice that it is a little smaller. Would you just end it there, or do you go for the attempt?
I might just deal with it for the night.
You do?
Well, I mean, here's a question: like, why not wait a little bit? Like, what? I mean, I understand the only rush is you're like, oh, I'm running out of time. You know, I'm wasting time. But I mean, let's be real. You're getting free food probably because he's taking you out. I mean, you might as well milk it and get free stuff.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like a dude. I mean, I can't. No, once I see it, it's over. I can't.
You should.
I can't do that.
I think that's really good information to know about yourself, right? Like this is what you need and this is what you want. Yeah. I wonder if you've ever tried having that conversation before having sex.
Like, ask the guy, hey, are you packing? Are you decent? What are you?
Yeah, like, this is what I expect.
After a 6-pack of beer, maybe.
After what?
A 6-pack of beer, maybe.
Yeah.
I have a question for the therapist.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I have this problem that, like, why am I, like, okay, I used to dance, right? So I'm getting paid for men to look at me, right?
Yeah.
But if my man looks at someone else, I freak out.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Sounds like you're jealous.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you. I think it's a thing of boundaries. Like your boundaries for yourself are different than your boundaries for your partner. And I think that's actually very common. And for you, it's just one of those things that you've noticed. And this is a very specific example of how that works. But I think it's a very common thing for couples. It's like, I expect this out of myself, but I expect this out of my partner. And they're different things. And so it's just, I think it's one of those things that you can talk about. I mean, is he doing those kinds of things with other people?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I guess I am just jealous, but it's just weird to me that it's acceptable for me, but not for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, my advice for you is before going in the relationship, give it a day. Talk about that part first.
Before I kill him? Okay.
I mean, have you never gotten a dick pic?
Have I never gotten one?
Yeah, like, I mean, on a guy, like, a guy you're about to go on a date with or something like that, or talking to, and never at least seen it before committing?
Well, no, of course I have, but I'm just saying that's like, I do that all the time, but that's just like something those aren't people that I'm intimate with. When I'm intimate with somebody, then I'm crazy. Like, I'm like, what are you looking at? Don't be looking at her. But, I mean, I don't really care if it's just some random dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes back to a trust thing, right? It's like, at some levels, a part of you doesn't trust your man to not cross those boundaries and those kinds of lines that you've drawn in your own mind about what would compromise your relationship. And so, I don't know if you've ever thought about it in that way, but what do you need to trust this guy? And if he's not giving it to you, then how do you ask for it?
Sounds like past relationship
issue. One eye open is all I got to say.
Sorry, say that again?
He better sleep with one eye open is all I got to say. You don't want to be dating me, let me tell you.
Don't be crazy.
I am. I'm nuts.
Are you single?
Okay, can I ask one more question before I go?
Shoot.
Sure.
Okay. And then, I don't know, did y'all already cover this topic? Why is it that I have these men that are, like, so rich and so successful and such good guys, and I want the guy that doesn't have shit? I'm stuffed. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cuss.
Yeah, that's a really fascinating question, and I don't want to tell you what you're thinking or what you're feeling because I don't know you. But I'll just throw my thoughts out there. That's immediately what comes to mind is that the men who have more are more able to do things, and they're more able to run. They're more able to, hide things. They can, buy prostitutes or whatever it is that you're kind of fantasizing about what other men, what these men might be doing behind your back. And so it makes a lot of sense that you would kind of be attracted to someone who is less mobile and less able to do some of those things.
Dang, I think you hit the nail on the head on that one because that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, well, it's just like I don't like I have a friend that works in a really, really, really good company, ESPN, Disney. I drove a Ferrari, and it's like I want a broken dude over there that doesn't have a car. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people have that kind of, I don't know if you can call it a syndrome, but I want to fix you kind of syndrome, kind of a thing. There's something really appealing about that, and I think it's like an emotional kind of attraction that I'm taking on a project, and then I can feel really good about myself when he changes or when he fixes himself. But the problem is that never happens. And so, it's one of those expectations, I think, that you have to really be honest with yourself about what it is that you're expecting out of your partners.
All right,
Okay.
caller. Thank you very much
Good.
for calling.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.